All right. What's going on, everyone? How are you? We are here on a new episode of the Juan Solo Show with your host, me, Juan D. Klauser. This is episode two, 65. I keep fucking this up. So, like, this whole time he's setting this up, this podcast, I was like, okay, is it 256? Is it 265? Is it 555? Who knows? Anyway, um, yeah. We're here. It's kind of late on a Saturday. I, ladies and gentlemen, just got home from playing a round of golf by myself. I'm here doing a podcast by myself in a room by myself, probably for only myself. But yeah, and I just got done playing golf by myself. But we're here, and oh, I guess we're gonna do 33 minutes. Anyway, so yeah, I like I said, I just did a podcast. This beer's a little over the top. I played pretty well. Front nine, it was all right. Not terrible, not great. It was consistently like two over, which was it was weird. It was consistently two over, except two holes where I went. It was a par five, then I went nine, and then a par four when I went eight. So, which would normally would just absolutely destroy your score. But since you're playing by yourself, who really cares? I have been playing this whole week. I've been playing with one of my best friends, and we don't really keep score when we play. It's just funny. It's like we honestly just hit the ball, talk, and just have a good time. It's hilarious. It's awesome. It's good when you have something I've realized. It's so funny. It's such a cliche thing. When you have people in your life that you like and you enjoy, it's fun to have time with them, to drink beers with them, talk shit with them. It's just fun. It's just awesome. That's where I am in my life this week. This week's been I've just been working a lot. So reason behind that is I have I have a two projects that I'm working on. Two, yeah. Two projects that I'm working on as well as a personal thing. And so I'm just like working more. Mostly my life has usually always been podcast, golf, just chill. Now it's like podcast, golf, work a lot more. So normally I only work 40 hours, 42 hours at most. This week I worked like 58. So I was just trying to, the reasoning behind that is, yeah, like I said, like just these projects, I just want to have a little money. So I take that little bit of money and I just extra put it a little here, here, and here, and just put those in three little banks, little buckets, and then just build it up. Have my big nest egg here, and just do, and just like spread it around. Yeah, it's good. It's being an adult. It's crazy. Kind of wish sometimes you wish you were more of an adult in other situations, so you didn't have to work this hard at this time. But hey, you live and you learn. It's always fun because it's money. Money comes, money goes. The thing is, you just gotta learn when you have it. You gotta learn how to live without it. So, and the same thing is like it doesn't matter how much money you have. If you're not happy with yourself, it doesn't matter how much money you have. It really doesn't. But yeah, that's for golf. Like golf has been pretty easy, fun, awesome. I love it just in the sense of just being able to get better at something. Because I'm for sure I've told you it was going between this or archery. Those are the two things. It was going to be golf, or I was going to just take up archery, and so I ended up being someone who does golf instead of archery. And plus, the only thing with archery, it would have been like I would have been even more into something that was so internal. And I think I already do something as in film and podcasting. I think this is super internal in the sense of like when people find out that like I've done it, and I'm like, yeah, like I've also. It's not that I've just done it personally, like privately, like personally, just by myself. I've done over 260 episodes. So, because this is episode 265, so I've done so many, and like, but just then with other people, like Aaron and I have done over 200 episodes, and then before that we did like 100 and something, but with the Beer and Friendship show, like it's just we just have done a lot of shows. So, and then working with all these other companies, like I started podcasting back in 2011. I wasn't even out of college yet before I started podcasting. So it's just, this is where I'm at. This is where I've done. And so, uh, these projects have been overdue, what I'm working on, and I just need to do them, and I just need to do it. And then sometimes things happen in life that make you, without making you, want to just do better things. And when you get those things, you really want to hold on to them, and you feel very blessed that those fall into your lap. And those in turn actually are way more important, and like those are the things you learn way more about in life. I know I feel like I'm being very vague, but we're being very filmmaker-esque right now. And these are the things you learn about what's beautiful about life, and you see like, oh, these connections and these things and these moments and these times, and you just want to be able to make sure that like, even though like there's like not even disagreements but like misguidance, and like sometimes you feel alone, and like you're able, like, sorry, and you are trying to connect with things, and you keep on missing, and you feel like you're missing, and then you get agitated. It's good to keep a solid head. Something I've learned tonight. Something I learned today. And it was a good step. It was a learning stone. So, yeah. So this is where we're at. I can't believe we're here. And we're only 8 minutes in. Oh man. So, but like I said, just having fun. I hope you're having fun. Hope you're having a great life. How are you doing? If anyone watches out there, hope you're doing well. Hope you find something that you are doing that is fun. This whole thing is about needs to change. This whole little thing, I love it because it does have some depth, but this little area right here needs to be for something different. And I need to do something different. And I'm getting to the point where now, like, I need to do something different. And I think we've all know this has been a long time coming. It's something like, my biggest thing always been, you guys want to know something funny? You guys want to know an interesting little story? So, I dated this girl once. She was a really cool chick. It was just like her and we gelled on so many levels of just humans, just being on the human level. But we did not gel being in a relationship. We were not meant to be in a relationship. We were meant to be a a bleep in time with each other. That's really honestly what I thought. Like maybe like at most maybe 5 months at most. What ended up happening being is that we ended up spending a lot more time together. Just because she was supposed to move away for a job, but she ended up not moving away for that job, and so the job like kept her here, and so that gave us time to like just kind of not blossom, but just interact with each other. And with that, we kind of learned a little bit. I learned a lot, not a lot. I learned some things with that human. I feel bad calling it like that, but I don't know anyone else do it, and I just feel bad. It just feels weird, you know? And it's just one of those moments in time, a bleep in time, where I'm just like, huh, interesting, weird. That's kind of a cool, weird way of living life. But anyway, and we were together for a moment, and what I really learned was that like like you just kept it together, but like sometimes you talk and you just lose your fucking momentum, you know. And it's like, okay, maybe this is the reason why things are the way it is. This is why things are the way they are, Juan. But yeah, and things kept us together, and it just wasn't meant to be. And that's a lot of life. You guys want to watch video of the week? Because it's really gonna be clean. It's gonna really clean the palate. All right, let's do that. All right, here we go.
Actually, you have this idea that I actually think is really hot.
Which one?
Where we go to a hotel and you don't tell me about it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, ooh, let's get you all blindfolded and like I'm gonna f you, and then it ends up being like a train of guys coming in.
Coming in. Yeah.
Yeah, that it would be fun.
And she has no idea who they are.
Yeah.
And she'll never find out who they are.
Yeah.
Welcome to the John Show with your host, John Doogie Clouser.
Told you it'd be a palate cleanse. Yeah, isn't it interesting? Like, no, I do not kink shame at all. Like, hey, whatever, because it's the same thing as what I'm talking about. Like connecting with people. That's the moral of the story of tonight. It's about connecting with people. Like even if it's like weird things like that, like just two people who connect with each other and they enjoy each other and they have fun. They also bring other people with their fun. But what's the difference between that and then like a group of people going and golfing? Really, in retrospect, there's no difference. There really is no difference. It's just because you're uncomfortable with one versus they're not uncomfortable with either. That's really the only difference. So, fun stuff. Oh, was gonna bring up the fact, like talking about podcasts. So you might be wondering, why was there no podcast, or there was a podcast that came up and then it like quickly disappeared. So last week something happened. So I uploaded the podcast like normal, and after I uploaded it, I got an email the next morning. It was quickly after it got uploaded, I got an email sent to me saying like, hey, this podcast is like an age restricted. And I always put like, this is not like age like it should be 18 or older just normally, just because you can't just put like safe for kids, because you can't, they get really pissed when that stuff happens, because trust me, here in a second I'll tell you. And they put an age restriction on my podcast, and so I went back and I appealed it, and then I just went and I don't know what I was thinking, but I pushed it was okay for kids, and once I did that, it got shot down, and the podcast got put down, and so I'm like, okay, whatever. And so I ended up getting a strike, and it was like, just because it's your first time, it's a warning. I love how they scold you like you're a little child. Understandable. I get it. I understand. This is just two people talking. It'd be like, if we were in a relationship, you should be able to like state your opinion, be like, hey, I understand what you're saying, but like I still think it's silly. I'm just saying that because it at least gets that weight off my shoulders, because I just want to be able to have that communication with you. I want to be able to have that rapport with you where we can be like, hey, I'm looking you right in the eye. I'm telling you, hey, I understand that this means a lot to you, but I still think it's silly, or like this is like a family thing, but like, hey, this is not my favorite thing to do. Please understand that this doesn't make me feel the most comfortable in the world, but I love you to death. Let's do it. It's all about communication, talking, and like all you gotta do is just say that. And again, something I learned tonight. I did this tonight, and it turned out in the most positive way, because I was just like, hey, I will talk to you in a bit. I didn't talk to that person, but then I called him later, family member, and I called him like, hey, just want you to know, hey, the reason why I'm calling you now versus when you called, I didn't answer, was because, hey, I was very upset. I didn't want to say something that was going to hurt your feelings because you mean a lot to me. And me spending an extra 2 hours away from you and digesting the situation meant more, or was it, to do that to make sure I got your full feelings 100% was meant more to me versus like responding to you right then and there. Sorry. I want you to know, hey, this upsetted me, but hey, I understand where you're coming from. I'm sorry. I should have been more communicative, and then boom. Versus being like, hey, I don't want to. You're a fucking asshole. Shut the fuck up. Bye. And just see, first one's way better, right? You don't learn these things unless you fucking experience these things. And you do them. You gotta fucking practice them, and it's fucking crazy, and I hate them. I hate that this is how life is. But it's like, I feel like the more you play golf, the more you realize I think the world's a simulation, because sometimes I hit the ball and it really fucks up, but then I go down the field and I'm like, there's a ball that looks just like the ball I just did. It literally is the same ball I just hit. But anyway, it's not, because I hit two balls. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm really excited. Once I get done with this, I'm going to go on Madden. I'm going to download a roster. I'm going to manipulate that roster. That's going to be my roster forever. And I'm going to just add and subtract from that roster. And that'll be my forever roster. Because I don't know if I can. This is one of the silly little things that are like affecting in my life. Listen, I talk about all this stuff, but then I have this thing. And it's a very hard conundrum. And it's a big kerfluffle in my life. In my fun life. So I have my serious life. I try to do this, try to be serious in life, try to be an adult. And then I have my kerfluffle, my silly life. And then that silly life has a kerfluffle in it. Because I make these teams with these certain, what do you call, like mascots or something like that. So like, and then they have these rosters, and sometimes I build these rosters up kind of bit. I would love to save these rosters and keep the roster, but then move that roster to another like team. I'm like, okay, I get bored with playing again with the Raptors. Now I want to have like another team called the Grizzlies, and I want to be able to connect that roster, save it, and then move that complete roster, just copy and paste and throw it down and start from season 1 and go from there. That's what I would like to do, because I'm trying to build up to make a good roster team, then to be able to compete against the computer at the hardest level, because I get my shit kicked in. No matter what, I always get my shit kicked in. If I win, I win by a field goal. If I lose, I lose by 3 touchdowns. It's insane. But it's like a lot like golf. It's a lot like golf. It is fun. That's what you do. You have fun with things. And so that's why I'm like, what? That's one of the funniest kerfluffles in my life right now is that Madden roster. And I'm sure there's someone's like, Jude, I'm sure you can easily just go to the roster that you're playing with. You can easily just save it somehow, and then from that roster you can just upload it onto a new like mascot, or like, because you know sometimes you want to, because you can go online and you can download teams like instead of being one of the 32 football teams, like NFL teams, you can like download a team and play as like with those helmets and that jersey and all that stuff that people just make throughout the United States or the world, like that. Fun. I don't know why, but that's so much fun versus like fantasy football. All my friends play fantasy football. I play this. I do this. And I just build up these little players. I'll just have a guy who I just will like start like playing with him on my defense. He'll be a corner or a safety, or he's like a return guy, and I will just love playing with him, and I will just focus for weeks on just trying to build him up, and then I'll just move on to someone else, and then he will just slowly just build up on his own. And then like next thing you know, like, oh, his contract's to do, and then I look at his role. I'm like, oh, I see where we started and where he is now. It's fun. Silly. It's so silly. But I love it. I love having fun with it. And there's going to be a new Jurassic Park movie. I don't know if you guys know that. They're coming out this summer. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm also excited just the fact that like my life is weird, but also I'm still in complete control. Just have fun, Juan. Breathe, Juan. Make a little bit more money. Let's look here. Make a little bit more money. Breathe, and you'll be fine. When you have a little bit more money, not even that much money. Like from what you have. Imagine if you had this. Go from this. When you do that, you have so much more control, and you're just relaxed and you're chill. Really, the biggest thing is you're so fucking concerned about like making sure you have a little bit of a bank account all the time. Just always make sure you have the bank account all the time. You douche. That's it, Juan. And you can do whatever you want. I'm talking to myself. This podcast has become this. Sorry. And a beer. I played really good golf. I got a par, okay, guys? It's hard to get these. I played all week and I didn't get one. I played one today and I got one. A legit one. And I set myself up for four in a row. And the only reason why I didn't get 5 in a row is because the sun started going down. Oh, I never told the story. So because like the sun goes down a little bit later now. So the sun goes down today, like it was like at 8:08 or something like that. So I originally made a tee time at 4:40. I got home at like 1:15. I took a nap and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a 30-minute nap. I set the alarm. I don't know what the fuck happened. When the alarm went off, I guess I didn't reset it, and I just slept till 5:30. And I'm like, fuck. And so I got up real quick. I got ready, and then I just went. I just played 16 holes. I hit the 16th hole, but I couldn't see where the ball went, so I lost it. So I just said, fuck it. I'm like, what am I gonna do? 16, 17, 18. I'm like, I'm just gonna be done for the night. And so I ended there, but it was good. Yeah, it was a good night in that sense. So again, lost where I was talking about. Really focused on that Madden thing. But so you guys want to see some videos? I think it'd be a good palate cleanse at this point, right? Good palate cleanse. All right, here we go.
Let's create the most gorgeous cum stone you ever did see. My client sent in their semen sample, processed it into a powder, and of course now I'm incorporating it into the clay to make a centerpiece for a wire-wrapped pendant. Now, for part of the oval pendant, we want just the natural semen coloring, and for the other half, I incorporated this beautiful pink and gold flake. Of course, I did have leftovers, so I made a complimentary gummy bear to go with this pendant. All the other ovals that I've wire wrapped have been vertical, but this one, my client wanted it more of a horizontal wire wrap with the chain attached on either side. I always love when you guys bring new ideas that end up being so flippin' cool. And thank you for trusting me with the creative freedom aspect. I love you guys for that so much. Anyways, I hope you love it. I almost want to keep this for myself.
I don't know if I've shown you guys this video before, but even though I have, still weird, random that people have this. You must really love somebody. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's kind of weird. It's different. It's just different. All right, next video. I for sure know you have not seen this one.
In a life of taking care of my reborns, part 3. So it is 12 o'clock, which means it is lunchtime, and I am making them cucumber sandwiches and tomato soup. And because I know I'm going to get comments about I'm wasting food or something like that, here I am putting the food in the refrigerator and saving it for when I'm not going over my calories. After lunch, the reborns just play, and while that's going on, I'm showing Ashley and Jen Tangled. Ashley still hasn't seen Tangled before. Everyone else watched it already.
So I wonder when I see this video, the only thing I wonder is like when I watch movies with people. Sometimes there's a scene I'm like, okay, I will watch my friends watch the scene more than I watch the scene because I want to see because I think the scene's so awesome, personally, and as like someone who makes movies, I'm like, okay, I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, like did it? Are they like this awesome? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, let's watch, let's watch. I wonder if she does that with those mannequins and like has like this whole vivid imagery of what like people would react to, what she wants people to react to. It'd be awesome. It'd be weird. I'm sure she does. It'd be so fucking random. Woof, woof, woof. Oh man. Okay, next video. All right, here we go. I hate that video so much. I hate that video. I don't know. I probably won't be able to do that video. I don't know. Hopefully, we probably will have to end up scripting it. Anyway, next video.
Hi, this is an annual reminder that it's cinnamon roll and chili season. It's one of my favorite times of the year, but this is also a reminder that you don't have to try it if you don't want to. Hi, this is an annual reminder that it's cinnamon roll and chili season. It's one of my favorite times of the year, but this is also a reminder that you don't have to try it if you don't want to.
I think that too. All right, next video. It's also food related. Dude, people love this shit. People love it. I don't get it. I just don't understand. I don't understand how people can just love watching people just rub their feet together. Mamacita. Mamacita. All right, so we have like what? Just under 6 minutes left, right? The beer, there's a little bit of beer left. The candle's going low. Hey, 33 minutes? Yeah, I actually did that. Hey, of course I can do 33 minutes. I played golf today. I got a par. I can do whatever the fuck I want. So we're going to go. Let's go straight to Craigslist this week. We're not even going to do anything crazy. Browns work out 3 quarterbacks prospect. Okay, anyway. So let's go to Craigslist. If you're not familiar with Craigslist misconnections, Craigslist is this thing on the internet where you go and you can like find a roommate, you can find a washing machine, you can probably find a pair of golf clubs. And when you go there, there's also this like little sub part to it, kind of like a subreddit, but it's like a sub Craigslist. It's called Misconnections, and people go there because they've like talked to somebody, or they had an interaction, or they thought they had like some kind of interaction with somebody, and they hope that like that they go on this one thing telling, hey, I had this interaction with somebody. If this is you, tell me this is you. Bye. Blah 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 blah. And hoping that that person would also be like, hey, I'm gonna go on Craigslist Misconnections and try to connect with this person. Anyway. Wild shot, right? Wild shot in the dark. But here we go. Walmart gas station. Awesome. What I'm doing, screenshotting it, talking it, doing it. All right, Walmart gas station. Blue Springs, Walmart gas. You had a cheetah steering wheel. You pulled off to the side. I really had to be somewhere, or I would have pulled next to you. Hit me up. So sometimes, yes, they're like, okay, there's no chance. Big old shot in the dark. But sometimes you're like, what the hell? That one's good. Okay. KC, Royals photographer in the cheap seats, Coffin Stadium. I've probably done this job before. You were taking photos at opening day, and I was just stoned, hanging in the nosebleeds, and you were cute, meant to tell you so, but I froze when you walked by. Black shirt, tattoos, etc. Leaving town tomorrow, but wish we would have connected. Cool. It's like, Okay. I needed to screenshot that one. Sorry. I am sorry, y'all. You had to see that. I should just screenshot it. And just if I had to, who gives a shit, right? Anyway, that's what you learn. Female to Netflix and chill with today. Bonner Springs. Just looking for a female to hang out with while I'm in town today. Just bored and looking for some company. All right. I always wonder if those things work. But the thing is, like, I've gotten laid off of this, like doing these things. So they have to work. They have to work, or these people wouldn't be doing it. Because I've gotten banged. I've fucked girls with a condom on too. We were responsible. We were horny, but we were responsible. Weird that we were gonna fuck off Craigslist. That's why I do it. It's an homage. It's an homage to when I was 20 years old. I was so young. I'm 36. That was 16 years ago. DoorDash driver, Kansas City. You were a DoorDash driver from another county and delivered my food tonight. This is in Hyde Park, and I'm a trans female that was wearing a black dress. I thought you were cute and took a picture for DoorDash while I was holding the food, and you told me I took a great photo. Gross. That was just gross. Gross. You almost think that this podcast... Okay, yeah, we have about a minute left, a minute 13. So, guys, we've gotten this far. If you want, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm just happy that I can now just not talk for the rest of the night. And I can just play Madden. I just want to play some Madden. My life's simple. It's great. I love my life. I've done a podcast for 33 minutes. Over 33 minutes. You can't tell me anything, y'all. Anyway. I love y'all. Hope you're safe. Sound. Be careful. Watch out for deers. And I will talk to you guys on the next episode. Yeah, I there's really not much else to say. I really wish the Snow White movie would have done better, just simply on the fact that, like, movies need to do better, because they're falling apart at this point. They're absolutely falling apart. I just really wanted to get all the way down to the time. Do you guys hear that? Yeah, you guys heard that? Okay, well, anyway, we're at 34 minutes. I hope you're all safe. And the last thing I'll leave you with is this. Good night.